Hi there, football fans. The CFL Combine for 2015 is done after a Super Sunday, an incredible Sunday, and we owe it to Tavon Campbell. I think it was a sensational performance in the 40 by the kid out of the University of Regina. He put on an incredible performance.
The speedster laid down a 4.35 electric 40-yard time. Unanimously, scouts hand-timed him in the 4.2s. That is serious speed, but most importantly, Campbell translated that onto the football field. Had a solid showing in the one-on-ones, even came away with an interception, which is tough to do in that drill. Overall, stock up for Mr. Campbell.
Coming into this combine, we talked about the three-headed monster of receivers, if you will, of Dembski, Richards, and Durant. Did one of them show that they were better than the other two at all?
For me, it was Lamar Durant. I think he came into this combine and solidified himself as the top receiving prospect in this draft. Dembski and Richards were as advertised, so it's not like it's stock down for them, but there were a couple guys that I think helped their stock that were maybe under the radar. Jake Hardy, pass catcher out of Calgary, had questions about his athleticism, came in and answered those, and then it's Mr. Wiggle, who I'm going to call Melvin Abankwa. He was uncoverable in the Toronto Regional Combine, came to the National CFL Combine, and the same thing. Nobody could cover this guy. It was an awesome display, electric display when he was on the field.
He was incredibly shifty. Chris Aki out of Laurier, we like this kid because he can do a couple of things. We like players who can do a couple of things and show that on the second day of the Combine testing, and Aki did that. He's a defensive back. They asked him to perform with the linebackers in that drill, so he did that and then came back and performed with the defensive backs. How'd he do?
Yeah, he comes out and runs a 4.66 40, very solid, speedy for his size. And the linebacker pass rushing drills showed he can get after the quarterback, and then comes out with the DBs and covers like he's one of those little guys. It was an awesome performance by Aki. And speaking of being a linebacker, Adrian Clark had a good day as well. Such an athlete at that position, and so did Blair Smith. I think a couple of guys in this group that helped themselves on Sunday.
We've talked about the depth of the offensive linemen, that crop for this year's draft coming into it. I don't know that this weekend provided anybody with a leg up on anybody else in that group. You tell me.
Yeah, there was a few guys that stuck out in the one-on-one drills for me. That was Danny Grew, showed great footwork. Suk Chung, the offensive lineman from Calgary, and his buddy Sean McEwen, the Dinos offensive lineman as well, both had strong showings in the one-on-ones, as did James Bodanis, the offensive lineman, defensive lineman from Michigan State. I liked him more as an offensive lineman, even though he took some reps as a defensive lineman. Showed his athleticism in those drills. Definitely stock up for him.
Well, you know what they say. The waiting is the hardest part, and now that's what these players face. Draft day is May 12th. They've got to wait that long to find out if their name's being called and when it's going to be called. In the meantime, if there's anything you missed from this combine, CFL.ca is the place to go. Great video, great interviews, great pictures, great stories. It's all there. For Justin Dunk, I'm Don Landry for CFL.ca.